Hi there. In a world where nothing is certain, that means anything is possible, right? If you want to fulfill your dreams and desires, you are in the right place. You absolutely can have a life of happiness. Everyone deserves an abundance of love, laughter, success, health, and wealth. I'm Tara Chadzakis, and you're listening to the Happy, Inspired, Motivated podcast. The show that brings you meditation, mindset, and motivation. So start by giving yourself permission to be awesome. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hi, and welcome to this episode of Happy, Inspired, Motivated. Today I'm joined by Wendy and Sabrina, who are a mother and daughter duo and live in the same town as me on the Isle of Wight in Cowes. They have an interior design store there, and their story is absolutely fascinating. So they both have suffered with lots of different health issues, which has made them turn to their interior design and create a really strong brand and a really great business that they have as well. So they work together. They didn't start off in interior design by any means, but because of their health issues and also things that have been happening through lockdown, they came together and decided that this was what they were passionate about, and this is the way that they were going to take their business. And even though they haven't been open very long, they started sort of at the beginning of lockdown, they've grown a really great, strong following, and their work is absolutely amazing. I will put a link in the show notes, but you should follow them on Instagram at Wooldridge Interiors, and really take a look at the kind of designs that they have, because they really are talented. And it's one of those situations where even though their cards have been a little bit stacked against them, so maybe, you know, with the health situation that they've had going on, it's a silver lining that's come out of that. And I think they had to go through that to find this passion, because maybe they were going down a different path before. So it's a really great story, and a really great to hear what they overcame and how they are so vibrant. I mean, they're wonderful and full of life. Sabrina's always laughing. You'll hear her in the interview. So I hope you enjoy this and take away some of the motivation from these two phenomenal women. So let me introduce you to them right now. Hi, Wendy and Sabrina. Thank you so much for joining us here today. It's great to have you on the show. How are you doing?
We're good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. So I know you guys from the place where we live in Cowes. I've walked past your store so many times, and it's just absolutely amazing. I love looking in the window. So what got you both? You're welcome. What got you both involved in interior design?
Yes, very much so.
What got you involved in interior design?
Oh gosh,
wow, a long
story.
Very long history in building houses. So I've built probably about 10 now. So it came from that, and it came from furnishing those. Like finding it very difficult with sort of the regular stores that you go to.
Yeah.
And
distribution issues to the island.
Trying to get things over to the island was the other issue. And so on the final probably two to three builds, well, probably about halfway through that, I realised that I could contact some of those companies direct, and they would supply to myself as a developer.
Yeah, because you've done so many.
So that was good. And then so the last two that we built, we fully furnished. One was sold, and then the last one we built, we're still living in. So that's kind of where it kind of all started from. So then we started to think, okay, because of our autoimmune illnesses, and it was difficult sort of keeping regular employment, we thought, okay, we could probably work around those things and make good of it, rather than thinking, oh gosh, we can't do anything. So that's what.
So must being at home so much as well kind of made us analyse every single wall.
I can imagine. So you both have the same illness, or are they different illnesses?
They're kind of related, I think.
Under the same umbrella, but they differentiate differently, don't they?
So I've got lupus, Sjogren's, not much you don't have to go. What else do I have? Rheumatoid arthritis, and that affects so the lupus can affect other organs in my body, and at times it will jump from my liver to my heart to various things, so it's just like okay. And then sometimes something serious will kind of miraculously disappear, and you think I haven't got that anymore, so it's and then generally it's underlying, and it can be triggered, so that's kind of where we are. And Sabrina, you'll let you speak.
So I'm a severe celiac, so obviously you can't go anywhere near gluten, and on top of that they also think I have relapsing polychondritis, so it's a very rare autoimmune disease. I think it affects approximately 1 in a million in the UK.
Oh, lucky you.
I know. I'm really lucky with that.
Lucky we found out what it was.
So that's meant to attack primarily the cartilage. So the immune system mistakenly tries to attack the cartilage. So that can result, your respiratory can be affected. So hence why I'm always coughing. I haven't got COVID, I promise.
Well, I wouldn't get it anyway. And I know you've been vaccinated, so I know that's good.
Yes, it's quite embarrassing now because I've always got a cough because of what they think is relapsing polychondritis as one of the symptoms. And of course, going out now in like the pandemic, everyone will be like, "You cough," and everyone's like, "Oh hell no."
I know, they're paranoid, aren't they? As soon as you cough anywhere near them, you're thinking you feel really embarrassed.
That poor hay fever stuff was now sneezing everywhere. But your ears get affected.
Yeah, my ears get badly affected. It can be particularly dangerous if it affects the heart valves, the airways, and the blood vessels, things like that. But it can also affect your cartilage in your ears, your nose, anywhere.
Okay. So what were you doing? So what were you doing before Sabrina, before you were diagnosed or before you got involved with your mum?
Gosh. So originally, it's been a very, very long story. So originally, I went to actually study chemistry at the University of Southampton, and literally within the first week, I had to drop out because I couldn't handle the commute. Physically, I found I was getting very, very ill very, very quick. And then they diagnosed me as B12 deficient. So being a wishful thinker, I was like, okay, that's all it is. All I need is my B12 injections and I'm cured. And then I worked for a financial advisor. So I did a business apprenticeship there, in hope of that I was better. And then what I did was I also studied independently with the Open University Business of Law. So I did that for a year, and I did particularly well in the maths unit. So I think I averaged out about 94 or 96%. I passed that with. So I decided to study degree level mathematics and statistics. And basically what happened was, as I was coming to an end of my apprenticeship, in fact, I was only 3 months in and I come down with meningitis. So I was hospitalised with meningitis, and that's when everything started to get pretty icky with my health. So it started to get really bad with my health. And I started to get like really bad lesions on my face and everything. So that was really, really embarrassing. So I still get that now, but not as intense as I did back then, fortunately, after loads of different treatments. So I then continued to study at home, degree level mathematics. And then, so my overall average was over 94%. So I think I was like one of the highest in the country on my course.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But then instead of doing my final year, it was actually on New Year's Eve. I was then told it was highly probable that I had relapsing polychondritis, and so it kind of become quite clear that that wasn't going to go away, and that my condition isn't just a bit of wishful thinking and you're going to be fine, like and eat kale and you'd be all good. So it was kind of like, okay, this is quite real and I need to do something to adapt around that. And then that was when we started building our business. So I just started drafting things like our logo ideas. So I actually designed the logo itself. I even done the website and everything, so that's all been built and designed by scratch by myself. So we started all that framework after I'd been diagnosed, and then I obviously finished my second year studying at home for maths, and then that's when I thought, right, do you know, I just want to plough all my energy and my efforts into the business, because I was mainly studying in hope of employment, and I thought, well, I'm going to have to be employed, so the only person I need to impress is myself. So do you know what I mean? You think,
we thought we needed a shop to kind of showcase what we do and items we can get. So I took you one day in the car down to Cowes. You know, she was in a nightie.
I was literally in my pajamas.
I said, sit here, see that shop.
So well dodgy in the middle of the night.
We could probably rent that shop and do our interiors business as that's our base. And she went, oh, do it. Yes.
Yeah, it's just like, we were just like, yes, do it. So it's one of those things where you kind of saw it and just went, oh, screw it, do it.
So we went for it. And then, so that was November 2019. And we done quite well, didn't we? And
sorry, that was November 2019, you said?
Yeah.
So you started just before the pandemic?
Yes.
Great timing.
So we were ticking along through the winter thinking, okay, this is winter, it's okay, we're paying our bills, this is okay. And then we could see what was happening on the news and everything.
Like ultimately, I was like, Mum, you need to close the shop. Mum, you need to close the shop.
This is not looking good. So we closed before the government said to. So we closed March the 13th. Yeah. It was Friday. Was it Friday the 13th? Yeah, Friday the 13th. So we said, right, we're closing. So we closed and we just sat back and watched. And then the whole country went into lockdown. Yeah. And we thought, oh no.
And we stayed locked down till to this day.
Yeah. So we're reopening now, 28th of May.
Oh yeah, exciting!
We're so excited. We've invested a lot in stock, haven't we?
So much.
We just hope it's busy.
Hoping it's busy.
But last year you were still working though, because I do follow you on Instagram, so I saw a lot of your pictures. So you were doing interior design as well.
Yes. Yeah. So that was our savior. That's our savior. We had got called out on a couple of projects on some empty houses, and we set to work on those. And lots of challenges with that, because in the March it was like all the construction industry grinded to a halt. It was no, you can't send anyone in, you can't do this, can't do that, and then the government sort of relaxed that apart. So we had people on different floors working in one house, didn't we? Then sourcing materials, because everyone at home started doing their DIY projects. So a can of paint, for instance, was like, you need to get it quick because stuff was running out. So we had all those challenges as well, but we got there, didn't we? So so we've done a couple of projects during lockdown.
I saw the pictures and they were absolutely beautiful. I mean,
Thank you.
So were you going in and like just decorating and adding bits to it, or were you doing like the whole revamping, like
like the
making the island?
So the largest project we done, the house was kind of fine, really, but it wasn't to the client's taste. So it was kind of very kind of 6 bathrooms, kitchen. It was kind of industrial, wasn't it? It was an industrial style, with an office style about it. I don't want to sound that, but it's. I think it suited the people that previously owned it. But they wanted soft. They wanted it soft and cozy. Much cozier. So we sort of put laminate down on the floor, put paneling in, lots of mirror use, tricks and mirrors, didn't we? The idea of space and light. New kitchen, new bath, so 6 new bathrooms. Only 6 new bathrooms.
That's not many, is it?
We created a new master suite upstairs, didn't we? Yes, it came out. It was rather lovely. It was really nice. It was like we said, we don't mind working here. We didn't mind working there, so that was rather lovely, wasn't it? That was good. So
when you open up again, so you're going to be doing obviously the store, and you're still going to be doing the interior design as well. How are you going to work that between the two of you?
Yeah. So that's the plan. So so we'll be looking at employing a couple of people for the shop to help out there. Sabrina works mainly from home most of the time. I do need some time out sometimes as well, because I from my illnesses, I know I need to just go lie. If it's just lie down for half an hour. Saying that, we have got the 4-poster bed in there.
Yeah, we have got 4-poster bed.
It's all good. I could always lay on that, so that's fine. I just need to just lay down for half an hour sometimes, and I can pick myself back up. But so we'll have a couple of staff members help us, which is good. So we'll be employers.
That's really exciting. So how do you do the interior design? And do the clients sort of say, well, I want these kind of colors and this kind of feel, and you just sort of like draft it all out, or do they work a lot alongside with you and picking pieces out? How do they do it?
Some do, don't they?
Yeah,
some know
what
but they just can't piece it together.
Yeah.
Some they don't know what they want at all.
Yeah, and we kind of get an idea from what they like from just talking to them. Yeah. So quite often we'll talk to them and we'll kind of show them, like, do you like this? Do you like that? And then they'll be like, right, no, I don't like that. I like that.
Yeah, we soon start
it's like this is where the statistics kind of comes in a bit handy, because you kind of break down the common denominators. You start to see the pattern.
If you've got like a major piece and they don't like it, that changes the whole room, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So they don't know what they want, some people, but they soon tell you, I don't like that.
Yes, we like to start with people's dislikes.
So it's quite good to start with. We know we don't like that.
Yeah, but sometimes we challenge that as well. Because sometimes we go, actually, I like that there though. And
I mean, we recently had one lady and she said, no, I just want plain white, no wallpaper, no nothing. We've actually gone the complete opposite of, it's nearly all wallpaper.
And
the navy and white theme going through. So it's very nautical.
Very, very nautical.
Which is great, because it's got views of the sea and stuff. So that one's to come.
Yes, we keep watching this.
Completely swung it round. It's completely. I didn't think I liked that, but I do. She says so. It's like it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
That's the thing I have. If I go into a shop somewhere and I look at things, because they're on the shelf or they're amongst everything else, I can't picture it in my home. So I mean, I probably wouldn't buy it, but if I saw it there, it probably would fit, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It's in context.
Exactly.
So Sabrina's great at producing things on the computer with the 3D renders, so you can say that kind of. So great doing.
So we got back at the end of last year, so end of 2020, we started to get the 3D modeling software. So that was really, really, really good to have, and the rendering software, because it meant we kind of basically be in the house without being in the house, which meant working at a distance was like easy from that perspective. So it's really, really good, because you can verify like how things fit, how they configure in space. Obviously means you don't have any awkward mistakes, as in like, oh, we can't get the sofa through the doorway and things like that, because we kind of try to model it in situ. Like we're a little bit sad, we even pretend that we're like moving the sofa up the stairs.
Really good, isn't it?
And then obviously we do it's also been really, really good, particularly for the carpentry side, where we'll design bespoke cabinetry and everything. So for example, we'll see the pictures and stuff of our clients' properties, and then we'll map up on the 3D software things like new cabinetry and everything. So we even did we've got which is really exciting, we can't wait for this, we've got a bespoke kitchen being done in a very quintessential Hampton style.
Lovely.
So that won't be too far away, will it? So we finished that, and we'll be posting that live. So we designed that, everything like that, we designed specially. And it's particularly great for tiny houses, the bespoke side and the 3D modeling software, because I can design stuff on there that's custom, that won't say normally fit up otherwise if you buy it factory bought. So we've got a couple like that, haven't we, where they're literally like the hallways are like only 70 centimeters wide or something crazy, and you just think nothing will go through.
no turning room.
The door frames are all like 60 centimeters away. You think, really?
Yeah, we've even got a manufacturer to do us a bolt together sofa. So you won't see the bolts because it'd be like fabricated in, but we know we can undo the bottom, get in, bolt the arms back on, and bolt it together so we get a 3-seater sofa into this beautiful room. But there's no way we can't get it in unless we take the windows out, and then we don't know if that would work either.
Yeah.
So we've got these this bolt together sofa which is being created.
So do you do a lot of creating things and having things bespokely made? I mean, so about in the store then, are the products that are in there, are they things that you've sourced and you're selling, or are these things that have been designed as well?
So most of it is sourced and sold. So that obviously is a lower cost point and stuff as well for people to buy. So it's a little bit more universal. And but then at the same time, we are able to do bespoke. That's something we're hoping to eventually get round to, where we actually have bespoke pieces.
We hope to do our own brand of furniture and have
wow, that's exciting.
We'd like to do that.
Yeah, so that
early days.
But then I think we probably need a warehouse. So
it's early days. It's like
because we're quite full in there, aren't we?
Very full.
I don't know. I suppose because you're, like you say, different houses are different sizes, you could have a model and then people can say, okay, well, I want it this size, can't they? And then you can get it made. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's definitely doable. So
something we're hoping to. So we can still do it. So if people still want that, they can call us up and we can still do that. But so we haven't got anything quite in the shop yet because we've been shut more than we've been open.
I know. I mean, I've seen your store, but I didn't actually register when it appeared. I guess it's always been there, so I didn't even realize that you just started, which is crazy. I don't even know what was in there before you. It's
funny, isn't it? The sort of nautical clothing store was there before us.
Yeah. Oh yes, wasn't it Salt Rock?
That's it. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness, I didn't actually realise that was there.
So Cornwall-based Salt Rock was in there, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were only there for about a season though, weren't they? They weren't there for very long.
They weren't there long. 6 to 9 months, I think they were there.
So this is going to be your first real sort of, well, not even a full year, is it? But it's kind of your first year.
It's like our first summer. It's like starting again, isn't it? Yeah. It's like going back to school. It's like going back to school. Yeah.
So what kind of big plans have you got then? I mean, you're talking about the bespoke furniture. Anything else? Are you specialising in any particular theme or any particular kind of, I don't know?
We're quite universal, aren't we? So we like to think we're able to do all sorts of designs, so that we've got quite a classic look that a lot of our customers have gravitated to.
They steer us into this
because they like what we've already done. But we are able to do completely different styles, like whether you needed something like I don't know, say like industrial style, we can definitely do industrial style. If they wanted Scandi, they can have Scandi. If they wanted ultra glam, they can have ultra glam. They want contemporary Georgian, the whole everything. Like we like to be versatile.
And we like so many things. So in our own home, I sometimes say, I'd like to change this, but it's like, where do you draw a line? It's like, I just like so many different styles. So it's very hard, isn't it?
Got a number of things in the pipeline as well, haven't we? Yeah. So hoping to work on them and then release. Yes. So all top secret at the moment.
Well, yes, I'm sure it is. But it's really great that you've got all these things that you just waiting to get started and you're getting really excited about them. That's just really great. And I guess the maths kind of paid off, didn't it? If you're doing like
nothing's a waste of time, really.
No, exactly. If you're doing all the like the drawing up of things and scaling and stuff, maths is really important. It was worth it.
I mean, we've done like business qualifications and things as well. And you think that
law we studied.
Business and law. Got a diploma. So that's always useful. It certainly was useful.
Definitely.
So very good. Yeah. You've got quite a good art background as well, haven't you?
Just like A-level graphics, art. I've got we've got very varied backgrounds. So I've literally done everything.
But it all comes together in interior design, doesn't it? Which is perfect.
Yeah, it's ironic, isn't it? It's like I've always liked design because it's like you can combine kind of the science and the art together, and that's how I've always kind of viewed true design, is when you can actually take take into account the two fields. It's like they're not separate in design. Makes sense. So you can get the aesthetic achieved, which is the artistic side, but then also you get the practical function, which is the scientific side. For example, how you analyze how something operates and the mechanics of it. So yeah.
Do you have any favorite colors that you like to bring into everybody's house?
We're quite predominantly white.
Yes, you
so
are.
Everything's bright. But to be honest, we're a bit bad. We love everything. So we'd love to do something like very dark, as well as light. We love gold. Yeah, we love golds, which even woods. We actually love woods. So we've got a bit of a reputation to be like, oh, you only like chrome and you hate wood. And it's like, no, we don't hate wood. We like it when it's used right.
Yeah.
So we're quite varied. I like a bit of everything, really. Yeah, and I think you're quite the same, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, I've had I've had all sorts of styles in my time. I've had jade and everything in. Jade with bright pink and that sounds dreadful, but yeah.
I guess snippets of colour are really important, aren't they? Because they make them pop out a lot more, don't they? Rather than just being all just one canvas kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's having that contrast.
So throws and cushions are great to do your colour accents. If you're not sure, you can take them out and change that, can't you, quite quickly.
Yeah, all your accessories and things that can, like your art.
You kind of have to go with what you like as well, because if you stuck to the trend each year, you'd be decorating every year, wouldn't you?
That'd be all right for you.
We are kind of like that sometimes, aren't we?
My daughters would really love a white sofa, and I'm like, there's no way I'm getting a white sofa.
That's funny you say that. So we put some white sofas in our one of our last clients' properties, but it's treated so that you can like stain resistant basically. But there's one fabric in particular we've recently found that is like bomb proof. So I've even tried beetroot on it, tried biro. So I've actually really hard pressed down on biro, and it just comes out with antibacterial wipe.
Oh wow, okay. That would probably work.
Yeah, it's incredible stuff.
We just did some bar stools in it.
We've got some bar stools being made up
in the same fabric that we've just spoke about. But I think you just rub it and with a wipe and it came off.
I think that's the thing, is it's a misconception then, but white, I'm petrified of white because of for that reason, because if it's stained, it just looks dirty, doesn't it? It's not nice.
Yes. But then I guess any plain colour is going to show a stain or a mark, isn't it? So some kind of So even if you had some sort of green and you spilt something on it, you could end up with a watermark and think, okay, this fabric was pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
So do you work only with people on the island, or do you go onto the mainland to do work as well?
So we do a bit of both, don't we? Yeah. So we've been called to the mainland as well, haven't we? So there's a recent project we're working on at the moment up country. We're predominantly island based, but we do kind of go wherever the river takes us.
So what we have a sort of a bit of a client base where they're second homeowners, and some of those that now want their main homes redecorated. So we don't mind. So it's quite nice, and of course their main homes are like fabulous. So that would be nice. Thanks. So quite exciting to be asked to do that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I can imagine. What would be a piece of advice, or a design piece of advice? For example, would you start with like the main bulk of the furniture and then dress around that, or would you draw attention more to, for example, to a picture and dress around that? What would be your main advice if somebody was thinking about sprucing things up in their house?
It depends really. It depends on what they want to keep, what they want to let go. If they're starting to be,
if you don't love it,
get it, list it. Yeah.
If you don't love it, get rid of it. Basically, if you really don't love it, get rid of it. So there's that concept, isn't there? If you really don't mind Yeah, because we've had that, haven't we? Like,
yeah.
Do you love those stairs?
Right, we're painting them.
No, don't love those stairs. Okay, we can do something with that.
So in terms of like where to start, so it depends on if people are keeping things, then the actual starting point, or there will be, we always say picking up on a key piece. So it could be an item of furniture, it could be a piece of art, and you then extract your designs from that. So for example, it was a piece of art and you thought, okay, it had turquoises and blues and whites, and you think, okay, like, repeat those in the room. So you kind of we always believe in having a starting point.
There's usually a starting point.
Like a key piece.
There is a key piece.
Or key pieces.
But also it ties into each other, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Great, ladies. Well, if anybody wants to get in touch with you, what's the best place to find you?
Probably our website. It's got everything on there. So the website is www.wooldridgeinteriors.com, and on there you'll find our email address, our shop telephone number,
all our social media links.
So follow us on those.
It's a horrible surname to spell though, so it's Wooldridge, as in WOOLDRIDGE.
Yeah, I will put a link in as well, because
it's a hideous spelling.
We couldn't call ourselves with the initials, could have been WI.
Women's Institute Interiors.
Yeah, maybe not. There might have been a bit of confusion there, mightn't there?
So it would have been WI. So we got we'll just call our name. So Wooldridge Interiors website is probably the best place to go. Click on the copy the email or come through on the social media platforms.
Instagram and Facebook are good as well for keeping up to date with our latest projects and what we're selling. And
like I said, the Instagram pictures are just beautiful. I'm just like, oh God, I'm so jealous. I want that picture. I want them to be in my house. Some of the ones are stunning.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've got a very good eye for design. That's what I can say, ladies.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I can't wait to see what happens. Your store, you're expanding your interior design. It's going to be a good year, isn't it?
Hope so. Got a van. Got a van.
I know. I saw the van. I saw the day outside the shop. I was like,
beep. We beep beep.
Oh, beep beep.
Yes. Wait, watch out.
I literally no. She's not a very good driver. No, I'm joking.
Oh well, okay.
She's a good driver.
If it's driving really slow, it's because it's got furniture in the back and maybe some glass and stuff. So I'm like going carefully, thinking, oh no, every bump it rattles.
Every pothole.
You know what the Isle of Wight are like with carrying glass and pottery in there. It's like ka-ching, ka-ching. No.
Oh yeah, no, I can imagine that is a bit hair raising. Yeah, definitely.
So I drive quite slow if I'm loaded up.
Definitely.
Don't get stuck behind me. Don't try and overtake me either, because I take it.
Just take a different road. Just go somewhere else.
So sorry.
Oh gosh. But I should have had apologies on the back.
Just put the P plates up.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been great. I'll definitely put a link into the website, and your social media is a great place to follow you, and we'll see what happens in the future. Exciting.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Happy, Inspired, Motivated podcast. I'll be back next week bringing more meditation, mindset and motivation for your happy and successful life. To find out more about our community, go to tarachatzakis.com/happy, inspired, motivated.